I used to weigh 195 pounds. Now I am 133 pounds, and this has been a long journey. It has taken discipline, it has taken habits for it to stick. I went through 2 weight loss transformations to be where I am today. We have less than 4 months until the end of the year, which is so crazy for me to even say. Imagine walking into the new year feeling confident, strong, and ultimately your best self from the inside out. You're actually proud of the habits that you're bringing into the new year. What would it feel like to start the year already ahead of the game and already feeling like that girl ultimately? Hey gorgeous, welcome back to the Higher Self Diaries, your safe space for stepping into your power and becoming the best version of you. My name is Kiana if you are new here, and if you are coming back, welcome back. Today we are talking about something so many people are probably struggling with right now. We're talking about how to lock in this fall to reach your health and your fitness goals. This is not about starting over in January 1st. This is about using the time that we have already this year to start the year strong and show up as our highest, hottest, best self. So when the year starts in 2026, which is so crazy for me to even say, you have the energy you want, you have the habits that you have built, and most importantly, the mindset. So you can walk into the year feeling your hottest, healthiest, best self. Today, we are going to cover everything from mindset when it comes to health and fitness, how to fall in love with movement so you can become more consistent and show up for yourself every day. By the end of this episode, you will be transformed and ready to take on the new year as your highest, hottest, best self and to end strong. And here's the thing. The aesthetic glow up. I know we are all here for it. We want to look good from the outside. But what will actually keep the aesthetics consistent is making your health a priority because you love yourself, not because you hate the way you look. So if you're ready to commit to yourself, feel amazing in your own skin, and step into 2026, your hottest, healthiest, best self, grab your matcha, grab your journal, because we are doing this together. Okay, you want to reach your fitness and your health goals by the end of the year. I know what that feels like. I have been there. I used to weigh 195 pounds. I'm currently 133 pounds. This is probably the smallest I have ever been. What has helped me get to this point of consistency? Because I went through 2 weight loss journeys. That's why when I get asked, how long did it take? It has taken years to nail down the mindset, to be consistent and keep the weight off. But as far as how long it took to lose that weight, it didn't take long. With consistency and eating healthy, 6 months to a year is what it kind of took me. When you are trying to become your hottest, healthiest, best self, and you want to feel and look your best, your mindset is everything. So before we get into the obvious of working out and eating healthy, we are going to talk about mindset, because mindset is going to be the key to being consistent and keeping the weight off. What does it mean to be your hottest, healthiest, best self? Not only aesthetics, but it's the idea of falling in love with taking care of yourself. I see taking care of myself as a form of self-love. And a book that has really helped me with this has been The Champagne Diet. That book changed my life when it came to the idea of taking care of myself and looking at it as a form of self-love. Like, if I love myself, why don't I want to be feeding my body with what it needs? If I love myself, why am I not doing the daily movement that is required of me for just optimal health? Switching your mindset and looking at this not as an aesthetics thing, because I used to be guilty of this. Like, I just wanted to be skinny, and I will admit, like, that was my goal. I wanted to be skinny. But being skinny is not enough to keep the weight off. You have to find something deeper, something rooted deeper in you to really push you to keep the weight off and live a healthier lifestyle. So with me, it's been looking at this weight loss journey that I'm in as a form of self-love. This is the one thing in your life that you can control. You can't control everything, but one thing you can control is how you take care of yourself from the inside out. How you show up for yourself daily so your body could show up for you. Our bodies do so much for us on a daily basis, and at least we can do is go on a walk. At least we can do is give it the vitamins and the nutrients that it needs. So as soon as you switch your mindset and get away from the idea of I just want to be skinny, instead change your mindset to I want to make my health a priority, it will make it easier for you to stay consistent, like working out, eating healthy. It would make you want to do those things because you just want to take care of yourself ultimately. We were given one body. Our bodies are our temple. Our bodies are a gift from God. Us not taking care of our body, I feel like is I don't know the word, a disservice. It's a disservice to our Creator. He gave us this body to take care of, and we treat it like junk. Our bodies are not a trash can, so we should not be putting trash in our bodies. Before you start your weight loss journey, you need to first think of your mindset and where your mind is at. Because as soon as I started making my health a priority, this has been the smallest I have ever been, and the happiest I've ever been, the healthiest I have ever been. So many mindset shifts that you need to make. Another one is eating super healthy is so restrictive. I don't want to be restricting my body. That is such a fixed mindset, and I hate it. How is eating healthy restricting yourself? You're restricting yourself of the vitamins and the nutrients you need. If anything, we need to be thinking as restrictive as restricting the foods that are not good for us. So I hate that narrative that people are like, oh, I don't want to be so restrictive. It seems restrictive because you have that set mindset of eating in such a healthy way. Majority of the time, I am restricting myself. No, you're not restricting yourself. You're actually giving yourself an abundance of vitamins, an abundance of nutrients. And that is another mindset shift that we need to make when it comes to taking care of ourselves and reaching our goals. As soon as I stop thinking of, oh, I'm restricting myself because I'm not eating the foods that I love. Well, when I ate the foods that I love, I didn't feel good. My stomach was always in pain. I suffer from severe bloat. Anytime I eat something that's like trash for me, I suffer from severe bloat, a bloat that is honestly so painful. I just don't want that for myself. And every time I eat that food, I'm like, oh, why did I eat this? I never regret saying no to the bad food that's for me. I never regret it because I take my health so seriously. And because I take my health so seriously, it makes it so much easier to make healthier choices. And because I take my health so seriously, I don't see the way I'm eating as restrictive. I see it as the complete opposite of restrictive, actually. So mindset just plays a big part on reaching your goals. So stop thinking of food as restrictive by eating healthy. I feel like Big Pharma is the one that put that in our heads as you gotta enjoy the food that you love because then you're restricting yourself. You're actually giving your body exactly what it needs. There's nothing restrictive about it. So let's change our mindset to making our health a priority. And once you change that mindset to making your health a priority, making healthier choices on a daily basis will be so much easier and you will feel so good about it. So number 2 is set realistic goals, healthy goals. When you are trying to lose weight and you are on this weight loss journey, it is so easy to compare ourselves to others that we see online. You're like, dang, I want my body to look like that. Or she lost weight in 3 months. She lost 60 pounds in 3 months. I want to do that. This is when you have to disconnect and focus on you, because focusing on someone else's journey and how they reach their goals, it can be an inspiration. Yes. It can inspire you to want to do good. Yes. But don't look at it as a copycat thing because our bodies are all so different, so beautifully different, and we are all on our own journey. That is another reason when I get certain questions of how long did it take you, I don't answer those questions, because don't compare my timing with your timing, because if you don't lose the weight within the timing that I lost the weight, you will probably start to feel discouraged or like, I'm not losing weight. No, take that out your mind, because we are all so different, especially if you are a mother and you went through having a baby, and then you're following these girlies online in their weight loss journey, and you're like, dang, why can't I be in that shape? Honey, you birthed kids. Like, your journey is going to be so beautifully different, and that is fine. Set realistic goals for yourself and don't compare them to others, because that is going to hurt your progress. It's going to hurt you mentally, and it's going to hurt your mindset just overall. So focus on your journey and make realistic goals, healthy goals. I'm just gonna say this: the faster you lose weight, the quicker it is to come back on. Don't be in a rush. I know we want to get to the finish line, but we also have to be realistic and be healthy with our goals. The longer it takes, the longer you could keep it off, because you did it in a healthy way. Think of the way you make SMART goals. SMART goals is something that you can control. So a SMART goal would be, I am going to do Pilates 5 times a week, every single week. I'm going to set that goal for myself to do that. That is a goal. That is a realistic goal. I'm going to hit 10K steps a day. So that means I'm going to be walking about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes every single day to hit my 10K steps a day. That is a goal. So set actionable goals that you can take to help you reach the dream goals, the vision goals that you want to reach. It feels more like you're actually reaching something, because it sucks if one of your goals is lose 10 pounds in 1 month. Okay, that's great. What if you don't lose 10 pounds in 1 month? It's a goal. I like to call those like dream goals, vision goals. But actual actionable goals is making action goals that you can commit to every week. Oh, I stuck to my goal this week. I worked out 5 days this week. I stuck to my goal this week. I ate at home 5 days this week. That is how you set actionable, SMART goals to actually reach your dream vision goal. So set your micro goals, your small wins every single week. And like I said, that could be cooking every day. That could be working out every day. Commit to those goals, and then you stick with them every single week. And we want to be consistent. Consistency over perfection. We are human and we are women. So there are going to be times where we maybe don't want to get up, or we may not want to make it to our morning walk, or maybe we're craving something. You're craving pizza, you're craving sugar. We are human, so we don't want to chase perfection, because that is what is going to burn us out, but we want to chase consistency. Be consistent. You will see progress, I promise you, but be consistent. Consistency is going to be your best friend. We're going to have off days. There may be days you're craving Burger King French toast sticks. That is fine. You go have your French toast sticks, and then you pick up right where you left off. That does not mean you fall off for the rest of the day. It is okay to have your slip ups here and there. That does not define your progress. I used to be the type of person that I ate this, I might as well throw all my progress down the drain and just continue to go on a bender the rest of the day. No, you don't have to do that. You could have that one not so healthy meal. It is not going to ruin your progress if you stay consistent doing what you're doing. You pick up right where you left off. That does not define your progress. Consistency over perfection, because we are not going to be perfect all the time. We are women. We have our luteal phase, and during our luteal phase of the month, we want certain things. Give in, but don't give in for the rest of the day. We're not going to throw all of our progress down the drain. That's when discipline comes into play, and we stay disciplined. We had that one meal. Now for the rest of the day, I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to still eat good, nutritious food, even though I had French toast sticks from Burger King in the morning. So looking at your weight loss journey as a form of self-love, as a way to give back to our body, that is body positivity. That is self-love. Body positivity is not destroying our body and saying, I love my body no matter what. I hate that that narrative, because there's nothing body positivity about diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. There's nothing body positivity about not taking care of yourself. Body positivity is taking care of yourself in a way of love. You do things in and out of love for your body. That is what taking care of yourself is. That is what self-love is. When you take care of yourself, you take care of the things that you love. You love your dog. You're going to take care of your dog. You take care of the things that you value. I value myself, so I'm going to take care of myself on such a high level. That doesn't mean I'm not going to have a cheesecake when I'm craving a cheesecake. That doesn't mean that. I can have that cheesecake. I won't go overboard because of the love I have for myself. Literally, I think of diabetes while eating so much sugar. I'm like, oh my God, this is so much sugar, especially if it runs in your family. I can have a few bites of that cheesecake. It's not going to ruin my progress. But what is helping me eat this cheesecake right now and not go overboard is thinking how much I love myself and how much I want to take care of myself. I'm going to have 2 to 3 bites. It satisfied my taste and I move on, and that's it. Take care of yourself in a way of love, and it makes it so much easier to want to take care of yourself. Now let's move on to movement and workouts. When it comes for movement, when it comes to your workouts, you want to move in a way of love. What does that mean? Doing exercises that you enjoy. You don't have to do what people online are telling you that you should be doing. You don't have to be in the gym if you don't like going to the gym. You don't have to be a Pilates girly if you want to be a weightlift girly. You don't have to do the things that you don't want to do, because that is going to hurt your consistency. Fall in love with the movement that you enjoy. It can literally be any type of movement. I know they say, oh, you need to be lifting weights, you need to be doing this, but if you don't like doing that, you don't have to do that. Do your own research. If you look into the blue zones of the world, they're not in the gym lifting super heavy. They're not doing that. That's more of a Western type of mindset. They're going on their walk. They're doing daily movement that they enjoy. I'm not saying don't lift weights. If you love lifting weights, go to the gym, girl. I love that for you. But if that is not for you and it's so hard for you to get in the car to go drive to the gym, you don't have to do it. Move in a way in love. Do exercises that you enjoy, that you look forward to do every single day. I have lost over 60 plus pounds and I don't go to the gym. I go 10K steps a day and I do my little Pilates, my bar, my yoga at home. I don't go to the gym and I still see the progress that I want to see. I'm still super healthy. I still look relatively kind of toned. Daily movement is key to your glow. It's key to your healthiest, hottest self. It is key. If you love walking, walk. If you love skating, skate. If you love dancing, dance. You could do any form of movement that could get you moving every single day. And that is moving with love, because you're doing something that you love and not something you hate. When it comes to planning out your daily movement, think of something that you can do for the rest of your life. I found that for me. I want to be walking until I cannot walk anymore. This is the key to your consistency. This is the key of getting up every single day and getting in that movement. There are going to be some days where you don't want to get up and move, okay? That is okay, because we are human. It's okay to have that one day that you want to relax and you just don't want to move your body. So how do you pick something you enjoy and how to make it sustainable? Try everything out. If you want to start at the gym, because that's just a normal thing, start at the gym. Stick to it. Try it out for at least 30 days, because that's how you can really know if you like something or not. Try everything out until you find something that you actually like doing. Once you find what you enjoy, stick to it and stay with it. I'm also going to say that sometimes it may change. For the longest time, I was a gym girl, and that's because I genuinely loved being at the gym. I used to be at the gym for hours, maybe 3 to 4 hours. So it's okay if you go through changes in your life and you may not want to be a gym girl anymore. Try everything out, and if you want to switch something up, switch it up. Whatever will make you consistent and whatever you look forward to do every day. I can't push that enough. Don't be afraid to rest. I couldn't miss a day. And And in my mind, I felt like I gained 10, 15 pounds because I missed a day. Like, that is not true. You didn't do that. Incorporate rest and recovery. I like to do 1 day a week where I just walk, maybe 2 days if I'm really feeling it, if it's my period week. But something about me though, walking is always a must for me because it always makes me feel better about anything. Even if I am on my cycle, walking makes me feel so good. Active rest and recovery, because we don't want to burn out. So last thing I'm going to say about movement, when you do find a movement and you enjoy, that does not mean every single day you're going to wake up super motivated. I love jump roping, but sometimes it's so hard for me to get up and go start. But once I'm there, I love it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun. It's kind of like that thing when you don't want to go out, but you go out anyway, and you're so happy that you went out. Even though you may find a workout that you enjoy, you're not always going to be motivated. And that is okay. That's when discipline comes in. I'm going to tell you this right now. You will never regret doing a workout that you did not feel like doing. I never regret when I don't feel like going on my morning walk and I go anyway. I never regret that I went on my morning walk. There are going to be days where it's going to be hard and you're not going to want to get up, even though you love doing it. That is when your discipline has to come in. That's when your goals has to come in. You committed to yourself to show up for yourself this many times this week. That is when the discipline and the mindset comes in of, I love myself so much. I cannot skip this workout. I have to give back to my body because it does so much for me and I'm so blessed for it. This is how I give back to myself. And remember, motivation is a liar, but the discipline is key. So we always run off discipline. We don't go by how we feel. We go by how our goals, and that's how we show up for ourselves. We're going to move on to nutrition, and nutrition is going to be key to your weight loss. Last year, I was 150, 160 pounds, and I was working out hard. Like, I was known as that girl who did hardcore workouts, 45-minute workouts, 2 workouts a day, and I was eating like junk, and the scale never moved. Like, you looked at me, you could not probably tell I was hitting the gym 7 days a week. That's when nutrition comes into play, because my nutrition was not there. I was eating out a lot. I was going to all you can eat sushi multiple times a month. That was my downfall. Okay, eating out is my downfall. So nutrition has become something that I have fallen in love with, and this is when my mindset had to come in strong. This is when I really had to focus on the idea of eating like I love myself, because I got the movement down. Like, I could get up every single day, whether I felt like it or not, and make it to my workout. But when it came to food, I didn't have it together. And that's why I feel like I'm so passionate now. I'm so passionate about nutrition and taking care of my body from the inside out, because I see the difference and I see what it does to me compared to last year when I was eating like junk and working out like crazy and not seeing any progress. Your nutrition is going to be number one. If you struggle with eating healthy, this is when your mindset has to come into play and change it into, I'm eating as higher self. I'm taking care of myself in a way that is such a deep form of self-love, is where the mindset work really had to come in for me. What has been the key for me and reaching my fitness goals is making my meals at home. I was a big person on eating out, like I said. I have been learning to make my favorite meals at home with a healthier twist. And what also helps me is looking up the food that I'm eating and seeing why it's good for me to eat. Like, for me, I gotta know why I'm eating what I'm eating to make it a little bit worth it as a girly who loves eating out. So knowing how good the food is for me and what is literally doing for my body makes it so much easier for me to be like, this is good. Like, I cannot wait to eat this. Learning about nutrition, that is what helped me stay consistent with eating healthy, is learning more about nutrition and how good it is for my body. You can see a nutritionist, but you don't have to see a nutritionist. A lot of this stuff is on the internet. It's not rocket science to look up what is good for you and what isn't good for you and why is good for you. Making your meals at home and learning why the meals are good for you will make it so much more worth it and make it easier to eat, and you actually will look forward to your meals because you know what it's doing from the inside out. Another thing with nutrition, why it's so important, nutrition affects the way on how you show up day to day. When I ate junk, I was sluggish, I was tired, and when you're sluggish and tired, it just makes you lazy. When you eat healthy and you fill your body with the vitamins and the nutrients that it deserves, your body will show up for you. You have a clear headspace. You won't be so foggy. You will work and be more focused. Everything just falls in place. You have energy to show up as a person that you want to show up as. So nutrition plays a big part altogether, not only in your fitness and your wellness and your aesthetics, but also how you show up daily for yourself. And as women with hormones and things going up and down, we can literally eat one wrong thing and throw off our whole balance. So eating is so important for us, especially as women, to know what we're eating and why it's good for us. Let's say you hate cooking and you're like, cooking's not for me. When I hear that excuse here from people, it's like, do you not love yourself to make that sacrifice to cook for yourself? You love yourself, right? So you should want to cook meals for yourself because you want to take care of yourself, because you love yourself. The whole, I don't like cooking, I don't like to cook, I don't know how to cook, those are all excuses to me. I'm a recipe girl. I'm not a chef. I follow the recipe to the T. If it says this measurement, I'm going to put that measurement. 30 minutes, I'm going to cook it exactly for 30 minutes. If it says flip it after 2 minutes, I'm going to set a timer and I'm going to flip it after 2 minutes. Cooking is not rocket science. Follow the instructions, you get a perfectly baked cake. If you're like, I don't know how to cook, then you don't know how to follow instructions. So I hear a lot of people like, I don't know how to cook. You don't know how to read? You don't know how to follow instructions? Follow instructions. I don't know how to cook. I just follow instructions. Like, that is all you have to do when it comes to cooking. That is not an excuse. Or, I just don't like to cook. Okay, excuses. You got to do things that you don't want to do sometimes to reach your goals. You have to get uncomfortable. And for some people, cooking is uncomfortable for them. And you have to do it anyway. That is how you reach your goals. If that is your excuse of, I don't want to cook, you're not going to reach your health and fitness goals, period. Unless you have a chef. But if you do not have the resources, or you cannot hire a chef, you need to get in the kitchen and do it anyway. How do you fall in love with cooking? Even though you don't like cooking, this is what you do. Romanticize cooking. I don't like to cook, and people assume I like to cook because I cook a lot. What has helped me enjoyed cooking is doing something on top of it. Cooking is such a mindless thing. Like, you don't really have to think too much, especially if you're reading instructions. You just follow those instructions and then that's really it. So while I'm cooking, I like to listen to my book. Maybe I need to catch up on reading. Sometimes I'm listening to a podcast. Sometimes I'm watching my favorite show. But I look forward to dinner time because I'm like, what am I gonna watch today? Because that's the one time I get to watch something, because I live with my boyfriend and there's some things that he doesn't like to watch that I watch, and I use my cooking time to watch that. A time to wind down after I work all day. It's nice to get in the kitchen. I don't have to think about work. I could just cook and put on whatever I want to put on. Wind down. Do something on top of it to make you enjoy it a little more. If you just like listening to music, put on some music, put on some jazz. Like, romanticize the routine and you will look forward to doing it every single day. Cooking's not my favorite thing, but I like the time that I get when I cook to do other things. My first 30 days in my weight loss journey, I had no cheat meals and I just ate healthy for 30 days straight. So that way, when I started introducing those cheat meals, it didn't feel good. Okay, I was feeling it. I felt like I ate something bad. And that's how I wanted to feel. I didn't want to be immune. Okay, I didn't want to be permanently inflamed because I'm always eating this bad food. And I'm going to call it bad food because it is bad food. Stay consistent. Do it for 30 days straight. And if you got it in you, no cheat meals for 30 days, especially if this is something so brand new to you and you're just getting into this healthy wellness lifestyle. Stick to it for 30 days just so you could train your body, you could train your mind, you strengthen up within those 30 days. So when the 30 days end, being consistent and eating healthy won't be an issue. And you have those cheat meals, you probably won't even want them because you feel so good about what you're eating. And if you do have them, you will notice the difference in how you feel eating that versus not eating it. I challenge you, 30 days, consistent, eating healthy, no cheat meals. We want to treat health as a priority. See this as a form of self-care. I'm eating healthy in a form of self-care. I'm moving my body, and this is a form of self-care. self-care. It's the ultimate form of self-love. This is why mindset matters for long term if you want to see this actually stick and stick to it. That is what has helped me stay consistent and keep the weight off and not feel like I'm going through torture ultimately. That is it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If this lit a fire in you, make sure to leave a comment or send it to a friend, and make sure to rate the episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see how you show up for this new year as your hottest, healthiest, best self. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.